Hey everybody, Johnny Nerd out here. I've got a ragtag video. I'm deep in the secret hideout here. I think I'm 80 stories below the Earth's crust right now. This is where I work on bikes. You can see I got my Park Tool bike stand here, so I'm telling the truth. Today I want to talk about adding power. I get asked this question all the time. Hey, I want just a hill climbing beast. You're telling me that I shouldn't be worried about adding more power? If you're new to this channel, I'm Johnny Nerd Out. I'm a professional e-bike builder, mechanic, repairer. I've worked for a few different e-bike manufacturers. I've worked at a few different custom e-bike conversion shops. And then I just decided to go off on my own. I do custom bike consultations. If you have questions about what you should buy and all that, go to johnnynerdout.com. I got, book a consultation with me. But the question at hand, topic at hand is, all right, you want to build like a hill climbing beast, and you're like, should I go 48 volt? Should I go 52 volt? Should I go 72 volt? Because I want it to be climbing hill. And my thing is, like, don't even worry about power. It's all about mechanical leverage. It's all about using gear ratios to kind of get that leverage, that torque. I could build a 350 watt bike that will easily outclimb a 1500 watt hub motor. It's just using your mechanical leverage, getting a really small front gear. If I put like a 28 tooth up front and I had a 50 tooth in the rear, I only need about 200 watts of leverage to make that thing go up any hill. So what I would be looking at is, just get a 48, 52 volt. Don't even worry about that. Make sure you get a mid drive, obviously. I would recommend the Bafang because they're super cheap and easy to work on. And just gear it right. So if you really want hardcore hill climbing, I'd say try to go with like a 36 tooth. And then in your rear, you'd want to get a bigger cassette, something with a bigger gear ratio back there. Something like if you could get up to like a 40 tooth or more. And it's always going to go to 11. 11 is the smallest tooth count that you could do on a cassette. For a freewheel, it's 14 tooth. Because you just have that number of gears that go around your dropout, your axle that holds your wheel on. So your highest is always going to be 11 with a cassette, 14 with a freewheel. But then it's your biggest gear, your low range gear, your granny gear, your hill climbing gear. That's really going to be what makes your bike either a hill climbing monster or not so much. So don't worry about power. Worry about swapping out those stuff. And getting a new cassette or freewheel is cheap. 40, 50 bucks on, go on Google, try to buy from a bike shop. I'd recommend, versus like Amazon or any place like that. Support bike shops, guys. If you don't support bike shops or even people like me, all you're going to have is Amazon. And guess what? Jeff Bezos does not know anything about e-bikes or even bikes. So if you want to support him, I know he's working on that remodel of his guest bathroom on his backup yacht. So if you want to help him build that, definitely buy stuff from Amazon. But other than that, it's all about gear ratios. If you're not really concerned about hill climbing, but you want top speed, go with a bigger one up front. Go with like a 44 tooth, 46, even a 52 up front. You're changing your power band of your motor from, where its power band is. If you put something smaller, it's like putting a rock climbing gear on a Jeep Wrangler. There's a reason why those things, they pump out 200 horsepower, but they can climb up a brick wall because they have a rock climbing gear. The gear reduction is insane on it. It's the same thing with your bicycle. You want to have a really big gear reduction, and that's going to allow you to climb up anything, literally a brick wall with not a lot of power. It's like the same way how like an 11-year-old kid can move a 2-pound boulder using just a 20-foot 2x4. It's leverage. You put a little bit here, you go to the end of that stick, and now all of a sudden you got crazy mechanical leverage. Same thing with bicycle, gear ratios. Hopefully this helps. Some people stop worrying about like trying to just hot rod their bikes. Don't worry about hot rodding it and getting the most power and the most blah, blah, blah. Just gear it correctly and you'll be just fine. All right. If you have further questions about this, book a consultation at johnnynerdout.com or feel free to comment below and I'll try to make a video about it. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.